Natasha, and thank you so much for joining me today. Well, today is a fun day because I am going to try out a couple of new products to me. Now, both of these are relatively new on the market, and I do like having a little try of things. Now, I will say that there are many more colours than what I have here in both of these new products. However, I just like to get one or two to test them out and try them and, sort of see if I like them, see if it's something that I can use and incorporate into the rest of my products with the rest of my products as well. So, two new products. The first one that I'm going to show you is the two-tone metallic spray. These are from Hero Arts. Now, I just got two colours to try first. So, the one on the left is ocean blue and gold, and the one on the right is fuchsia and gold. Now, these come just as the powder, and you need to add some water. Now, the thing that stood out to me immediately is in the blue one, you can see these big gold specks there that they have in the picture, these sort of shiny gold specks. Whereas in the pink one, it's sort of a more even all over coverage. So I'm looking forward to sort of trying out that and seeing if I can get those looks myself really easily. Now, on the back here, it has instructions, obviously about adding the water, how much to start with. And down the bottom it says it's quick drying and permanent when a fixative is applied. So I assume that means that they are water reactive. But yeah, we'll see. Then I also have the solar paste. Now this is the one in Beluga. And this is kind of like a iridescent, Simon Hurley has been doing lots of videos on his channel. This is a new product out of his. He has a few of them for sure, but I just wanted to get one to try it out. There's a few little things I wanted to see how it worked. I also haven't really watched many videos or anything on these because I just truly like discovering them and seeing how they go. For today, I'm only going to use the ocean blue two-tone metallic spray from Hero Arts, just because that's the look I'm going for. Now, all I'm going to do is add in the water, so I unscrew the lid and tap off as much of the material as possible, and then I have some nice clean water that I'm going to pour in. I'm going to go with slightly less to begin with and see sort of how strong it is, I guess. And then it does say that you can add more to change the intensity. So I guess I'm going to work with, it is about 3/4 full, but I'm assuming that even if you used a little bit of it and then you added more water, obviously it would change the intensity, but it would also make it go further too. So I'm going to give it a really good slosh around side to side and all over. And then all I'm going to do for the very first one is just spray and coat this piece of cardstock. I just really want to see what this dries like, what it looks like. So I'm putting plenty on, lots of sprays, lots of colour. So I am going to, don't laugh at my two little pieces of paper towel there because I just didn't feel like getting my fingers all dyed today. So I have got a couple of little pieces there. And I am going to gently sort of drip off some of that excess. I definitely put a lot on. And if I'd wanted to, I could have smushed a couple of pieces of paper together to sort of spread the ink. But I really just wanted to see what it dried like just as is, without sort of taking away. I wasn't sure how the mica or the shine or the gold was going to dry. And so I really just wanted to see that. Then for this one, my idea was that I wanted to create some drips coming down, and it kind of started, and then I kind of encouraged a few more, but then this drip just kept on going, and it just really wasn't what I wanted it to be, and so it's okay. We can change direction. I am actually going to add some water. So this is water, this one that I'm spraying now, and that is just going to sort of bring it down and give it sort of almost a watercolory, washed out sort of look there. Then I dried it for a fair while. You can see where those drips are. I quite like it, but the edge is a little too strong at the moment, so I'm going to sort of change that up a little bit. I want a little bit more colour at the top. You can see when I put it in the light there that there's a bit of shine. I would say, honestly, I didn't really see a gold shine. I definitely saw blue, shiny blue, but not necessarily gold. And I certainly don't know how they got those gorgeous big gold specks, but maybe I need to go back and watch some videos. Maybe there is a knack to how to get that, but definitely I saw blue shine. So I sort of added some water, added some more blue spray, and sort of got it just how I wanted it to. I am obviously heating this with a heat gun, and so this is cheating, and it is going to change the way that it dries and change the way that the product behaves. So just, have that be known, and that I'm okay with that. And so I finished off the drying with the first sheet with this as well, just to see what these looked like. So gorgeous shine. Now we're going to turn this into a card. Actually, I'm going to turn both of them. I'm going to do a couple of cards because I wanted to experiment with the solar paste as well. This is the gum leaf stencil. I have no idea if this is still available. I bought this a fair while ago and I had not used it. And so today was just the day. As I mentioned, this solar paste is in a Beluga colour, and so it sort of has an iridescent bluish shine to it. So I'm going to take the spray that I did before, and I will pop it on with a palette knife. This plastic Cheap and Cheerful one is my most favourite palette knife that I own. Now, I will say that if you own the Lunar paste from Simon Hurley, I would say that this one is a slightly thinner consistency, and it is pretty sort of pretty liquidy to put on, I would say. Well, a little bit more so than the Lunar paste anyhow, but I still got a really good impression through the stencil, not too much squished out at all, so that was fine. Now with this one, I wanted to see if the product was sort of going to be water resistant, or if it was going to resist the ink and sprays and all sorts that you might put over top. So this one is just a blank plain piece of paper at the moment, piece of cardstock. And I'm going to put the solar paste on again, just exactly as I did before. Now, I am impatient, as I said before, and I used a heat gun to speed up this process. I am sure this is not recommended, however, I did it, and it worked out fine for me, but I'll show you something that happened later on. Now, I'm going to spray this. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Immediately, I can see that the paste is resisting the ink, so I knew that I would probably be able to wipe it off. Now, I'm going for a similar look to the other one before. So I sort of want to have this washed out a little bit. I am going to add a little bit of water just to sort of not make those edges quite so harsh. I'm also going to dab up a little bit of it as well. You saw me with a paper towel. Of course, that does risk taking away some of the shine, the mica powder that is in there that makes it shiny, but that's okay. This is all just having a really fun play with a couple of new products to me. So I am drying this. I was trying to be careful with the paste because often if you hold it on the paste for too long, it is going to bubble up. And so I was very much aware of that. Now, this is where it was sort of a little bit dry. I actually did do a couple of smudges here, and that was just me being impatient, and I have smudged it in a couple of places. But you can see that it wipes off the solar paste perfectly, so it resists it very nicely. Now I wanted a few little splashes on here, so I'm going to add a few out of this thing. In fact, I end up daubing just straight onto there just to get them where I want to because I couldn't get enough out otherwise. So just here, there and everywhere. These are going to dry back a little bit and not be quite as dark as they are right now. And then once I was drying everything, I'm sitting here drying it with the heat tool, and I did end up doing a bit of bubbling. Just down here, it starts bubbling a little bit, and I sort of noticed, I'm going to kind of pull it up to you, it actually gets really shimmery when you make it bubble. And so I thought, I really like that look. I want to do that to the rest of it. So I held the heat gun really close and added it on, and I'm going to make it bubble up all over the place. And I think this made it a whole lot more sparkly and shimmery. I'm not sure the reason behind that. I'm sure it's not recommended to do that, but you can sort of catch the light there, and it definitely made it shimmer a lot more. So now we're going to turn these into cards. These are, I would say, about 80% dry. If you have patience, then you should probably wait. When I sliced this down here, I did get a little bit of wet paste, I will admit, but that's okay. We can work around everything. Then I have two stamps here. These are just small stamps, and so they have a great low price point. I love this little thinking of you in a couple of different fonts. In fact, Woodware have a whole range of these. They have like a couple of different fonts on each one, and they have sort of one for congratulations, a welcome baby one, and they have happy birthday ones, they have thinking of you, they have congratulations, they have all those little sentiments, and they just have sort of 2 or 3 maximum in each one, and so it's just a really low price point, which is brilliant. I really am enjoying those, and I've recently got a couple more, including that thinking of you one. Then the other one was just a gorgeous happy birthday. Of course, I will link all of these products down below in case you're interested in checking them out, or if you're interested in purchasing them. I have a few different shops down there that you can check out. I have some double-sided tape on the back of these. I'm keeping this all relatively flat today. And I have some nice dark blue cardstock that I'm going to pop these onto. I'm doing fairly similar for the 2 cards just because I think that also gives you a really good comparison. I think that makes it really easy to compare. These are very much a similar design and layout, except for one we added the paste first and one we added the paste second. So once I have cut those, I use my long bladed Tim Holtz scissors to cut down the excess blue cardstock from the background, putting these onto a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card base, and then we are nearly finished. I'm going to move these around in the light a little bit so that you can kind of see. It is gorgeous. I do really like this paste. I think it's very subtle. I think that it would be really fun to play with it a little bit more. It might even be fun to add in more colours, but that might have to be in a powder form because these are already pretty thin, I would say, for a paste. So it was really fun to play with. I really liked these. I'm definitely excited to use the other fuchsia colour and have a play around with that. As I said, there are more colours available for both of these product lines. This was just me having a play. If you have tried them out already, let me know what you think of them down in the comment section down below. If you would like to support my channel with these videos, then I have a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, and that will be down below as well. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks, bye!